After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Shelby Harris. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Broncos 27-yard line.
Back north. Back north.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Going to throw deep for the ends. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
Rodgers pass. Intercepted by the Broncos.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check. Rock it. It's on red. Flare.
From the gun, Flacco. He'll let this thing go for Sam. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
Let's go, baby.
So we come upon halftime. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. Monday. You got 4 down. Check.
Now it's Flacco. He'll get this one to Patrick. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
To pass, Flacco. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
Rodgers pass. Intercepted.
You see me out here?
They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Flacco looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
This defense has held on so far. Now from the 3, this is 3rd and goal.
Hey, turn it up. Monday, set. Rewind. Hey, orbit.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
The kick by McManus is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Let's go, let's go.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Rodgers, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on 1st down? Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now at Lambeau.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Pick your game up. Double tight, double tight. We got 4. We got 4. Key at 33, key at 33. Watch Twiz. Watch Twiz. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And this offense often hinges on one of the best tight ends in the league, and that's Jimmy Graham.
I think he made up for lost time when he got to the NFL because in college, he was mainly a basketball player, a defender who couldn't score. Now he's flipped it around in the NFL. Every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to score.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
I'm coming. I'm coming to 50. I'm coming.
Here's Rodgers to throw again. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 27. Rodgers on target here to Allison. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
4 down. Check.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Von Miller is so good that he doesn't even need a nickname. His ability to bend and dip on the pass rush, unequaled in this league.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Check 30. 22 jet bomber.
And again, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big completion there on 3rd and short, keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me, I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
Eluding the pressure, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
All day, baby, let's go. Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their own 26. Flacco. He'll find Lindsey here. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Flacco looks to throw. Looking for Sanders here on the deep. He's got a man, complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 57 yards. Passing play, Flacco. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos.
Baby, get him, boy.
Cortland Sutton there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. He took the hit when he threw that ball. Maybe the O-line just thankful that that worked out for a touchdown.
Yeah, because, you know, their pride is don't let that guy get hit, no matter what, under any circumstances. But anytime it pays off in a touchdown, they'll figure out how to block a little bit better going forward.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Jump out!
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
47's the mic, boys. 47. Check, 47.
Get 300. Get 300. We need to do it.
Rodgers now on first down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. Rodgers to his tight end, Graham, on a big one. 46 yards. This is Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 14 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now Crosby for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 4 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. As Denver comes back out here offensively, this is a team, Charles, that finished the season 7-9. 1-4 their last 5 to get to that mark. Really what killed their chances was that 0-4 start to the season. A couple of those losses were really heartbreakers in the final seconds of the game.
And they were hurt by injuries as well because they lost 2 of their bigger, better players early in the season. Bradley Chubb, outside linebacker, defensive end, and Jawan James, starting offensive tackle. They exit early, don't really play much this season. But this Broncos team, They feel like they found their quarterback in Drew Lock down the stretch, because at one point, if you said inept when you talked about the Denver offense, you were on target. Down the stretch with Drew Lock, though, starting to show some sparks of life, and they feel good about heading into 2020.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Flacco. Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Gun.
I got him, back to mine. I got him.
Monday, that's flat.
Switch.
Now Flacco. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Chef.
On 1st down, Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. And they try to sweep to Jones.
Aaron Jones, the ball carrier.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Marquez Valdez.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
For the field goal of 45.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Set to start another drive, Joe Flacco and the Broncos. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Broncos.
Wait. Roger, 5-0. 20.
52.
Gun.
Motion. 24 is the mic. Hey, let's get this. Joker.
Gun.
Motion. Pick the edge. Come. Shift.
1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Flush to his right. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Tramon Williams there to break that one up.
Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Check 99. You go tight.
Here's Flacco. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we reach halftime here in a 10. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
With the score, Packers 17, Broncos 7.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now, a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
On red.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
51.
Check. Check. Check.
Hey. Monday. General West.
Watch the shift.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Barely got that snap off. Flacco now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Get 300.
Big edge. Big edge.
399.
Now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Rashawn Gary picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
It's second down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Flacco, he's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
We got 4 down, 4 down. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Kill, drop it.
6 guys, check 6 guys.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Monday.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Packers' 46-yard.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
Yo, lead. 20. Roger, 5-0.
Safety's creeping.
On 2nd and 11 now. Flacco. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. Flacco now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This will be, 38 yards out. And McManus able to put it through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Shrugs him off.
We got this.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Over.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The connection made. It's Graham. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Here's Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Switch.
Hey, Mike.
Right here, guys.
Rodgers looking to throw.
Man out.
Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Blue 58.
Mike 51. Watch the screen.
To throw is Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Jones. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right, if it's college football.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return will stop right around the 25.
All day, baby.
A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on 1st down? And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Gun.
24.
Setting to throw, Flacco. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Zadarius Smith in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out.